My name is Mark, and if someone had told me a year ago that my quiet, predictable life would explode into chaos, betrayal, and ultimately justice, I would have laughed. For 17 years, I worked at the same corporate consulting firm in Chicago, an enormous machine where people were treated like replaceable screws. I joined when I was 25, full of ambition, believing hard work could move me up the ladder. Instead, the ladder never moved, and I remained stuck on the same rung for nearly 2 decades. Every morning I arrived before everyone else, unlocking the office doors while janitors were still finishing their shift. I handled reports nobody wanted, fixed problems beyond my job description, and cleaned up messes made by managers who earned triple my salary but possessed half my dedication. I trained new hires who quickly became supervisors while I remained the dependable guy in the corner desk. Still, I didn't complain. I convinced myself that loyalty mattered, that one day the company would reward me. But companies like mine don't reward loyalty. They exploit it. The breaking point came on a Wednesday. I was exhausted from finishing a late-night quarterly report when an HR email appeared. Meeting at 10 a.m. No explanation. My stomach tightened. HR didn't call sudden meetings unless someone was being cut loose. When I walked in, my boss, Mr. Callahan, sat stiffly with no expression. Next to him, the HR director, Ms. Turner, stared with that fake sympathy people give at funerals. Callahan simply said, "Mark, after 17 years, we're eliminating your position." No gratitude, no acknowledgement of the sacrifices I made. Just cold corporate jargon about strategic direction. Miss Turner slid a folder toward me. "Collect your belongings by end of day." For a moment I felt stunned, but then an unexpected calm washed over me. My heartbeat slowed, because 3 weeks earlier I had discovered something explosive. While handling financial records late one evening, I found an invoice from a vendor named Northlake Consulting. I'd been managing finances for years and I knew every vendor, but this one was new and suspiciously vague. I dug through older records and found a clear pattern. For 5 years, the company had been sending thousands of dollars each month to this vendor. Approvals? Always from Callahan. The discovery made my hands tremble. Northlake Consulting wasn't real. It was a shell company created by Callahan himself. He had been siphoning hundreds of thousands of dollars from the company. Ms. Turner had approved transfers without verifying anything, knowingly or carelessly. I printed everything: emails, invoices, transactions, approvals, and stored backups on an encrypted drive at home. I planned to report it, but something told me to wait. And when they fired me, I realized the moment had arrived. I returned to my desk and packed my box while coworkers whispered in disbelief. Before logging out, I didn't touch any company file. Instead, from my personal phone, I emailed the board of directors with a single line: "Review your CFO's financial activities. This is only the beginning." I attached the proof and walked out as the sun warmed my face. The fallout was immediate. By Monday, the board launched a full internal investigation. Auditors showed up without warning. Executives panicked behind closed doors. My phone buzzed nonstop with coworkers terrified by the chaos unfolding. By Tuesday afternoon, Callahan was confronted. He tried to deny everything, but the evidence was overwhelming. By evening, he was escorted out by security. The same humiliating walk he expected me to take. On Wednesday, exactly 1 week after my firing, Miss Turner was suspended for negligence and potential collusion. She claimed she didn't know, but the board wasn't interested in excuses. News spread like wildfire. Employees who once worshipped Callahan now avoided mentioning him. The company's stock plunged, clients backed out, departments froze, and the entire leadership structure seemed ready to collapse. All because the man they underestimated refused to stay quiet. On Friday, the board reached out to me, offering apologies and a consulting position. Triple my old salary. They insisted they had no knowledge of my termination. I declined. "I've moved on," I said. "I don't walk back into burning buildings. My new job pays better and treats me like a human being. I sleep peacefully now. A month later, everything came full circle. Callahan was indicted. Miss Turner was permanently dismissed. Several executives resigned, and the department I once held together collapsed. Nobody knew how to run the systems I had built over 17 years. They thought eliminating me would save money. Instead, it exposed the fraud that nearly destroyed them. And the sweetest memory? My final words during my firing, when I softly said, "I understand completely." They thought I meant I understood being fired. But what I really understood was that Wednesday would be fun. Justice has a strange sense of timing, and sometimes the quietest man in the room is holding the loudest truth.